Hey y'all. I just dropped my daughter off, so I'm headed to the gym because your girl is losing these pounds, okay? Your girl is getting back to herself. Oh shoot, excuse me. I'm going to insert what I used to look like. Yes, that's what I used to look like. Because, girl, let me tell you. I used to, back then, before my second child, I used to be 175 pounds. I have a goal set, okay? I have a goal set, and I'm not breaking it. I am not breaking it, honey. I am not breaking it. And let me tell you something about goals. You know, the new year's coming and things like that. And we set these goals. Oh, I'm going to lose this amount of weight. Oh, I'm going to eat like this. I'm going to eat right. I'm going to get right. And and we do these things. We start it off. We go cold turkey. And you have people in your ear like, oh, you can't go to cold turkey. You're going to revert back. Okay, that's somewhat true. But it's all about mind. It's mind over matter. If your mental is not aligned with your action, meaning that if your mind and your mental is still stuck on people's opinions, limitations. I don't even say people limitations. I'm talking about like limitations in general. If you don't believe in yourself, if you feel like you're unworthy in some type of form or fashion, if your mind is literally stuck in a place of stagnancy, you're not going to move forward on your workout. You're not going to move forward on losing the weight. You're not going to move forward on anything you want in your life if your mental is not right. So how do you get your mental right? Okay, yeah, you could do the exercise. Exercise creates the endorphins and dopamine and all the things like that. But what happens when you can't move forward? What happens if you can't push yourself? What happens if what if life is just so daunting to the point where you feel like you want to give up? Especially as a single mom. You know, you're doing all this stuff by yourself, for yourself. And I used to read things about single mothers and things like that. And I had to stop reading, had to stop looking at that stuff. You know, as soon as you press something, a video, your algorithm just fills up of don't date a single mom, or don't do this, or don't do that, and oh, single moms are this and single moms are that. I'm like, I avoid that type of stuff because, for instance, that's another limitation that you are putting on your mind. Don't listen to those things. You carry around, when you listen to certain things, like I said, the opinions of others, what is it transforming you to be better, or is it transforming you, or is it keeping you stuck? As a single mother, even if you didn't have kids, you're single. So you still have opportunity to meet someone, to have someone. But just because you got kids, it means that you're spoiled goods? No. First of all, a man don't. Let me tell you something about a man real quick. I'm going on a tangent, but a man don't care if you got 5 kids, 10 kids. If you owe, as long as you got a pussy. Let me tell you, I don't know what I can say on YouTube, but I'm gonna say it anyway because it's a term. Come on, YouTube, it's a term. It's what we us women have. It's everywhere. This, you know what I mean, like that. So, as long as you have that, a man gonna want it. So you're valuable. I'm not saying just give it out, and keep popping out babies if you can't, you can't afford them. But what I'm saying, what you got is valuable. It's precious to humanity. It creates, it gives birth, and it makes people feel good. And the masculine and patriarch, whatever they call it, want it. So, I mean, come on now. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I came upon certain stories of, like, you know, single moms. Some single moms offer themselves because of being a single mother and doing it all by themselves. They didn't have nobody to go to. They didn't have nobody to talk to about their mental distress. Their family, they grew up in an abusive home, so their family are not the, you know, right ones to talk to, or their family just disowned them. Whatever went on in their life, they probably just was going through so much. You know, they felt like they was going through so much because they have kids, they're a single mom, they're trying to get through this, they're trying to get through life, they're trying to balance themselves. But sometimes you go through those hysterical moments as an individual, single mom or not. Even if you got a husband, you can still go through those emotional turmoil. It don't, like, if you're in a relationship with somebody, you're married to someone or whatever, you can still become depressed. You still have the suicidal thoughts. You can still have all this stuff going on with you, with somebody or without somebody. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind. But what are you gonna do to get yourself? When I was listening to these certain stories, I'm like, what did she do? Because it's not the all-in be-all. What did she do to get help? What did she do to bring herself out of that state of, I can't do this no more? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of single moms have been there. A lot of single moms have bought that. And if you have given birth to a child and you went through your postpartum depression period, anxiety, whatever like that, those thoughts come up and they're scary. You know, you're too overprotective of your baby. You think somebody's after you. All these certain hysterical thoughts, right? But what are you gonna? What is the person gonna do to, or what are you gonna do to get the help that you need? And sometimes people look at therapy as, oh my gosh, I don't want to go to therapy because now I'm gonna be looked at as crazy. If I tell somebody I'm in therapy, you don't gotta tell nobody a god thing. You don't gotta tell nobody nothing. That is your privacy and that is your life. And people look at therapy, counseling, whatever, as something negative. Like, oh, I'm crazy, especially in the Black community. I can't go to therapy because they know that I'm going to therapy. Who gonna know? Who gonna know unless you tell them? And then, so what? Stop looking at therapy as something like you're a Looney Tune or you're crazy. You're not in an insane asylum. Therapy, look at therapy as something elegant. Think about those movies. Those movies of the people sitting on the couch, you know, in therapy, sitting on a couch in therapy, and they're just sitting back, you know, in the comfy like office that's decorated and all this stuff, and that therapist like crossing their legs and having their little chart and talking to you and stuff like that, and just talking to you without judgment. They're talking to you without judgment. They're talking to you with a listening ear, with the open heart. They're talking to you as not just a friend, not just a family member, but something that you always crave for. Whether it be companion, whether it be partnership, whether it be whatever. You're transmuting that into this therapy. I'm not saying that your therapist is your family, your friend, or whatever, but that energy of that companionship, or I wanted somebody to talk to, you finally have somebody to listen to you. You finally, how do you know? You might be calling yourself crazy, or what you want to do in life, or how you are, or what you're thinking. You may think that it's outrageous and crazy and all this stuff like that, but then that therapist give you confirmation or validation or something and let you know, ma'am, sis, whoever, that's normal. That's normal, and it's okay to feel like that. It's okay to think like that. It's okay to, if that's what you want, it's okay. Now, not all the time they're gonna sit there. They may say, well, think of it like this, or think of it like that. blah, blah, blah. And they're giving you the tools. They're giving you the ideas on how to, you may give them something, a platter of something, and they may say, let's add a little bit of salt. Let's add a little bit of pepper to the plate that you're showing me right now. Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? So think of it as when you go into therapy, it's a master. You're becoming a master. The guru is teaching you something. And then when you come out of therapy, you got it made because you got the tools. Somebody might come to you with a problem, but you mastered it by therapy, talking to a counselor, talking to whoever. You practice these things, and it became part of you now, and now you can teach somebody else, and you're like parading around. I've seen it before. I've heard people say, I got out of therapy, I got all this knowledge, I got all this wisdom, and I got a better life. And then for the people that say, oh, I tried therapy, I tried this, I tried that. Sorry, when I had surgery, y'all, my throat, they stuck that tube down my throat, and I don't know, I was asleep, so now my throat's messed up. Okay, so I don't know what's going on. Look, you're probably like, sue them. No, I'm not gonna sue them, but I know it is. My throat is sensitive. Like, before I even had surgery, I was sleeping with the fan on. So when you sleep with the fan on, it kind of scratches up your throat anyway. So when I went into surgery, they put that tube down, and all the air was getting into my throat. And now it's just all messed up. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. Now you can teach that person, you know. But some people say, oh, therapy don't work, therapy don't this, therapy don't that, counseling don't this, blah, blah, blah. Those are the people, or you may be that person. Sometimes you got to go through just like you go through certain people in life. Your mama couldn't listen to you. Your mama couldn't help you. She's sitting there judging. Your daddy couldn't help you. He going through something. Your daddy not around, whatever. Your brother, your sister, you go through multiple people anyway. So you may have to go through multiple therapists to find that one. And sometimes there are companies that give you suggestions, or they give you options. Do you want a female therapist? Do you want a man therapist? Do you want it in this age range or this age range? Do you want a black? Do you want a white? Do you want a Hispanic? They'll get down to that. Okay? All you gotta do is ask. Hey, I want a woman therapist. Do you have a woman therapist that's African American, or that's Caucasian, or whatever you want to say, and that's this old, or that's this age, or this young? Because that's how I'm going to be able to relate. Ask. I talked about this in my other video, I think. Ask for what you want, and you will receive it, instead of just getting something willy-nilly. Okay? So they say, oh, therapy don't work, blah, 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 blah. Okay, did you ask? Did you follow up with the prompts that they were giving you? You may have did it one day, 2 day, but you say, oh, this ain't working. You didn't give it time to let it work. And then you go through therapy session, and they let you go because you're not participating in your own healing. You're not participating in what you're trying to master. Don't look at it. You're subconsciously, you're probably still looking at it as, I'm broken. I got a lot of stuff going on. I ain't gonna never be fixed. My situation. I was listening to a video and this is where I got on this YouTube right now, or I'm making this video because I got off this lady's YouTube channel. I forgot her name, Holistic something. I have to look it up. But I got off her YouTube channel, and it was talking about enjoying life, and I told her, like, as a single mother, that sometimes you are in this survival mode. You're in this survival mode all the time. You're in this fight or flight because you're trying to figure out how you're going to make rent. You're trying to figure out how you're going to do this and how you're going to do that. And you don't have time to look at life as, I'm actually okay. But my thing was, how can I consistently enjoy life? without chasing the enjoyment, because chasing the enjoyment instead of enjoying every step of the way, meaning that I'm too busy craving the enjoyment, craving the luxury of life, that I'm missing out. I'm literally missing out on the luxury of life, on what's going on around me, on what I have mastered or what I have created. I'm too busy constantly chasing the next thing that I'm not enjoying my process. For instance, I know that I'm losing weight. I know that I'm getting right. And I know that my stomach's going down and stuff like that. Just say that I was just, I had an urge, a fight or flight, survival mode type of moment. Okay. No, I can't. Sometimes I have to, people are working in my family. So, I have to, sometimes they'll watch my daughter or whatever, watch my kids, and then I can go work out. But there's moments where I can't get somebody to watch my kids so I can go to work out. So I'm just like, I'm rocking back and forth. What I'm going to do, I got to work out. I got to lose this weight. I got to do this. I got to do that. If I miss one day, I'm going to get fat. So I'm moping around the house. I'm being pissed off, and I'm not looking in the mirror with my progress. I look like I've slimmed down a little bit. My arms got a little bit slimmed down. I lost some water weight. And things like that. Because I finally looked in the mirror and paused and stopped. I'm like, wait a minute, I am doing progress. And just imagine if I was still just rocking back and forth, panicking, working out, trying to push it. And then all of a sudden, unfortunately, I give up because I pushed myself too hard. And then I say it ain't working because I'm looking at the negative. Oh, I don't got nobody to watch my child anyway, so I'm not gonna go work out. I don't got nobody. I already missed 3 days. I'm probably already fat now. In those 3 days, what are you doing in those 3 days, Brianna? What are you doing in those 3 days to maintain the weight that you have accomplished? To maintain the loss of the weight, of the water weight to accomplish. So I order my ISOT to continue to detox, and I take that every day because some days I'm going to miss the gym. But what am I doing? Am I eating like a pig and moping around and all this stuff like that? No. You still maintain it. You maintain the weight that you accomplished. So that's what I was doing. And I just started looking in the mirror, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm proud of myself. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I'm working. I'm doing it. I'm enjoying this, how I look right now. I'm accomplishing something. So it makes you want to just enjoy it and just be like, flow with life. And then when the time comes when your kids go to school, or you have a day in the morning where you have the energy to go to the gym and work out, you're happy, you're joyous, because I'm like, it's just a flow. It's a connection. It's a flow. You're not mad. You're not pissed off and nothing like, because we stop our own progress. We stop our own progress, y'all. So make sure you get the necessary help that you need, okay? And listen, and take it. I touched on a lot of things in this video. I don't even know what I'm going to name this video, but you'll see it in the title. I touched on a lot of things. But yes, y'all have a good day. Stay true to you. Fix your mindset, mind over matter, and yeah, enjoy the progress, okay?